Right then everybody, the plan. We're going out for lunch. Me and you, come on, let's go. Hot date. And we're going into the wild. Lunchtime, short walk to a lovely little outdoor cooking location. And I am gonna cook some lunch, but also take the time to show you my cooking setup. So I've been getting questions about this, especially as I've been like cooking a little bit more. Let's just navigate this bog without falling, slipping. Yeah, so I'm going to show you my cooking setup, what I use, and also cook a spot of lunch. Because why not? We're living the dream, guys. Let's go. I was actually planning on cycling, so a little ride and lunch stop. But everywhere's so wet at the moment. The fields are absolutely soaked. It's just so boggy. Classic Feb weather, basically. So I thought I don't want to clean my bike again. So I am on foot and I don't have too long. So we can make the most of this together. It's nice to be out. It's chilly. I've got lots of layers on. And I'm slipping around down here. Quite a lot of water in the ditch at the moment, but I love that sound of running water. Okay, so I've had to adapt a little bit because there was a farmer working right by the log. I think they're probably clearing some woodland on the other side of the brook, and it would have been too noisy to film, so I can't do it there. I do have another little spot in mind, so we're going to go and suss that out now. And just listen to the birds now. It's nice when you can be outside and just be present. See what you can hear, see and feel. Okay, so this doesn't quite work the same as my other spot, but I'm doing it anyway. So we're just in this little woodland area, and I've just seen a lovely little pile of logs just over here. So I'm going to use that. We adapt, that's what we do. There is something so lovely about being in woodland. And chill. First things first, I'm just going to get my little stove out and get some water on the go. I did heat my flask before I came just because I don't have loads of time today. So let's see if we can get this lit. So I have shown this to you guys before, but this is my little alcohol stove. So it's not an official Trangia, it is actually the Alpkit version, but it's done me proud. Obviously, if you are a Trangia purist, you will have some comments on this, but hey, this is the kit that I've got. Alpkit titanium pot here, which has been on many a trip. So that's what we're going to be cooking on today. Is that a little bit wobbly on there? Things you do for a good shot, hey? So today is definitely a day for the windshield. It's really struggling in the wind, as you can hear and see. But took this round. Problem solved. Woo. So I'm going to wait till that's properly boiling, and then I'm going to add a spot of pasta. So today I'm just going to do some pasta with a spot of creme fraiche, and then I've got some salmon that I'm going to stir in, and some broccoli. So, exciting times. A little tip for anyone new to cooking on alcohol stoves. So you have your little pot that stores your fuel and that you cook in, and then you need one of these, and it's really important that you keep this to hand, because if you need to put that out quickly, this is what's going to do it. And also it's got this gauge here that it opens, so just like that, so you can control the flame if you need to simmer or just slow the cooking down. So just keep that to hand. Especially important when you're in hot countries as well, for safety. I love being outside. Modern life, we spend too much time inside, for sure. Right, I'm going to put my pasta in that water now and let it cook. It's wholemeal pasta, which actually takes a bit longer, but hey, that was what I had in my cupboards. So I'm going to let that boil for a while until it's nearly cooked, and then I will add my broccoli to cook just for that end bit, and I'm going to remove the water, add a spot of creme fraiche and some salmon for that protein hit. You know, enjoying listening to the sounds today, so just hearing the wind in the trees is really nice. Fortunately I can hear traffic in the distance. Yeah. Right, I think I might need to slow this down. It looks like it's boiling quite rapidly. So yeah, it really is a simple setup, cooking on an alcohol stove. I guess one of the disadvantages with it is the wind conditions, so getting it lit if it's windy and how it handles that. I mean, you can compensate with that obviously with the windshield, but if you were in a really, really windy exposed place, obviously that's something you'd have to think about. So yeah, this is what I've always used ever since I started doing this, so that's a good, you know, probably like at least 5 years now. I was just trying to think like when I started doing this sort of stuff, and it's developed over time. Let's say that much. Well, I said that I would show you guys some of my other cooking setup items, so I guess what better time to do that than now. So there's a few things that I have shown you before, but I've collected things over the years as my bikepacking's kind of developed a little bit more. So I always used to travel with just my alcohol stove and this tiny titanium pan, but as things have developed I've got a few more items, and I like just having a bit more comfort and being able to travel with a bit more kit. I've really got into this like outdoor cooking, micro adventure stuff, so I brought this little mess tin, and this was just something I found online. This one's by Fire Maple, and I've been really, really pleased with it. I love it. I think I like the shape, and it's quite good that it can be used as a tin, so you can also store food in there and use it as like a little lunch box. It came with this little, like a little grill thing. So there, you can like place it on top like that, which is quite handy for, yeah, whatever you're doing. Just gives you some options there. So I've been really, really pleased with that. You can store things inside, and then it just folds down like that. So that I've been really pleased with, and it just depends on the trip that I'm doing and what sort of vibe I'm going for. So that's been a really great piece. And I mean, I've showed you guys these as well, but this is a little cook set that I got from Outkit. So there's actually 4 pans in here. When I first got it, I was unsure because I felt like it looked a little bit too big for what I was wanting to do. But if I'm now looking at getting a pannier rack and panniers, it just gives me that option to have a bit more space in my bag, just to sort of slow it down a little bit, you know. And it's quite nice being able to have that option to cook a few more different dishes than just in a tiny little pan. So there's 4 pans in here and they sit inside one another. 2 frying pans and 2 saucepans, and the saucepans sort of operate as a lid, so they just sort of fit like that. The handles fold out, so you know, I've been really pleased with those. These are probably a little bit too big for what I use, so maybe I'd just travel with these, but it just gives me a bit more, it's just options, you know, of things that I can, different things that I can use. But I would say my titanium pot is probably my go-to. Yeah, so these then fit inside that, so that's actually been a really nice addition and something that I've been really pleased with. This little bag's quite handy as well to store things in, just a little mesh bag to keep it all together. And yeah, they just pack down nicely. So it's another thing that's been a good little kit addition. It's always nice when you get kit that just works and serves the purpose that you buy it for. So yeah, ideal really. Okay, that pasta's getting towards feeling al dente, and so I'm going to add my broccoli now. Here's some that I prepared / chopped earlier, so that's going in. Nice with this outdoor cooking stuff that you can literally do it everywhere. I'm just off the side of a footpath here. Obviously my usual outdoor kitchen spot was not available today, but yeah, the fact that I'm not that far from my house, I live in a village, so I'm quite lucky that I'm quite rural. Maybe I might do a midweek cookout in the park in Leicester on a lunch break. That could be quite fun. Okay, I'm going to remove the water now. Probably drop this flame right down now. A little bit of creme fraiche. Sorry about the bodge filming, guys. I do my best with this. I love a bit of creme fraiche. Then I'm going to add some salmon that I have in this little foil packet. So here we go, pasta. I'm going to enjoy eating this now. It's quite hard to hold a camera and eat at the same time, but I'm going to do my best with this. That's nice, pretty good. An ideal for a camping, bikepacking, on the go type meal. Easy one pot dishes, that's where it's at. All gone. That was so good, I really enjoyed it. I just wish that now I was like on tour and I can just carry on to my next location. But my next location is home because I need to get back. Hi then guys, I am packed. I am ready to hit the road. I'm about to get back on the trail and head home. So I just want to say thank you for watching. If you have any questions about cooking on alcohol stoves, let me know. I'll try and answer them, or maybe someone else can help you in the comments. Or let me know what your cooking setup is and what you use when you're on tours, hiking, cycling, bikepacking, all of those things. So, right, get myself across the squelchy fields and back into the warmth of my home. I mean, one positive here is that I can just wash that pot up in my sink or even chuck it in the dishwasher. I avoid putting my pans in the dishwasher, my outdoor camping ones, but sometimes I do. So hey, thank you all for watching. See you again next time. Cheers guys. Quick note before I go. If you're enjoying these videos and you want to support the channel, I have a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description below, or you can scan this QR code on your phone. No pressure at all, and more than anything, thank you for being here. It really means the world.